Hello guys, so welcome and welcome back to Python Basic series. I'm also excited that this is the last video on the Python Basic series part 4, that is the control flow. So we have talked about the control flow, the if else statement, I've talked about the loops. So now we are adding the decision making. Okay, so basically the control flow is all about the decision making. So I've showed you on how to do to make decisions in programming. So this is the last video on the control flow. We are going to talk about the nested loop, and if there is the nested loops. So we have previously talked about the nested if. So you understand what nested mean. And if you don't, nested loops is a loop inside another loop. And before I dive into nested loops, there is a particular section, a very small section I missed on the loops. That is the else, using else with the loops. For example, let's print the values from 0 to 4, or from 1 to 5. Y in age, the value in age 5. So that. So we are going to print I. But then after the loop, that's where you introduce the else. You can always use else with the loops in Python. So print end of loop. So let's run end of loop. So else will always be printed. It's not that it's a very important section of this, but I needed you to understand that you can use else with the for loop. So that means whenever the body of a loop is not printed, the else statement will always be printed. So that's how you can use the else on a for loop. So it will always be printed. So be sure of that. You can use else in a loop, and it will always be printed at the end of a loop. So you can now dive into the nested loops. It's a loop inside another loop. So let's start with the for loop. So for loop for I in age, let's take this age 5. So introduce another loop inside this. So for I in age, you can say 3. So because I want you to understand the diff. So these are how these loops work. This is how they work. When you're executing a loop, the outer loop is always executed first. So when I value is in range of 5, it's going to print the block of code inside the outer loop. So the block of code inside the outer loop is another loop. So here inside the loop, it's going to be executed all the range from 0 to 2. That's what it means. So here we are executing values from 0. So we are going to start with 0. Then that's the first iteration of the outer loop. When you get into inside of this outer loop, we have another loop. So for this loop, it's going to execute all of the age values. That is 0, 1, 2. Then when it's done executed the inside loop, it's then going to outer loop. And because the condition is met, the value of I is still in range of 5, because now the value of 5 will be read in 1. So it's going again to execute the inside loop, and it's going to repeat all of that for inside loop. So this is how it means. Let me show you. You might ask yourself, where am I going to use all this? But just relax. I'm sure you'll find this along the way. So let's output the value of I. It's good when we say I equals. So let's use the format I equals I. Then you can introduce the int j equals j. Inside loop is executed, maybe you can print a new blank line like that. So let's see. Just like I explained, you see, this is how it goes. When we get the I value, that will be 0, as I said. The first iteration I will be 0, so it's within the range of values. So it's going to execute the inside loop, and when it gets to inside loop, it's going to execute all the range values. You see, j equals 1, j equals 0, j equals 1, j equals 2. So that's what it basically does. That's how now you can understand about the nested for loops. Maybe we can try to print this, the pattern of this. So we are going to print this pattern. Let's print this pattern. Yeah. So we are going to print that pattern using these loops. So this is how we are going to do it. So we need 5. Let's make it 5. That. Let's print this pattern. From your thinking, what we are doing here, we are printing the first star. Then when we on the second line, we are increasing the value of a star. We go to the next line, we are increasing the value of a star. So this is how you can do it. For I here, the outer loop will be the count of lines. They are 6. So the outer loop need to be within the range of 6. The outer loop will be the one counting the lines. Then when you get to the inside loop, that's where we are going to print the stars. So this is how we can do it now. For the inside loop, get me right. The outer loop is used for the count of lines. Line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6. Then for the inside loop, it will be the one printing the stars and increasing the stars by 1 in each and every line. So let's get to work. So inside the for loop we are going to do. So we are going to depend on the outer loop. So for the inside loop, we are also going to depend on the outer loop. So we are going to take I. So the value here will be 0. The first line, the value will be 0. Yeah. So we are going to increment the value here by 1. So when we come to the first line, the first iteration of the outer loop, the value will be 1 here. So we are going to print the star. And the value is 1. So we are going to print the star. So that will be on the first iteration. The second iteration, the I will be 1. So here the value of range will be 2. So it's going to print 2 stars. But now because of the print here, the stars will not align like this. It will be printed in a different line. So to ensure the 2 stars follow on this inside group, follow each other, you have to add something called head, like that. So we are going to print that. So then to ensure that they don't combine all of them, so if you don't use another print here to make it to the next line, so when it comes to, we have printed the first one, so now we are doing this for the second one, and we did this so that we can add the second star to the same line. But when it goes to the next iteration, if you don't add this line, this print here to print a blank line, the next, now the third line, these stars will be printed in the same line as the second one, and the rest of the stars will be printed in the same line. So you have to add that blank print, so that when it prints the stars for this line, prints the blank line that will be used for the next stars. So let's run that. You see, that's how it goes. So let me show you how I meant by saying this. So for example, we omit that to print all of these stars in a one line. You're not going to have the pattern. So the other thing I said is, for example, we omit this. It's going to print them vertically. We omitted this print, so it printed the stars, all of them horizontally. So if we omit this head, all of the stars will be printed vertically in one line. So like this, you get? So you have to understand all those principles. That's how you can do it. On your side, you can try some more other patterns. But that's all for now. So let's do the while loop, and we can try print the same pattern. Yeah, let's print the same pattern using the while loop. So for the while loop, it follows the same criteria, but it's a bit different from the nested for loop. So but definitely it's like how we talked on the while loop. We're going to define a variable. We're going to give that variable value as 1. So then we are going to define an outer loop for while. So we are going to give it a condition. So we said for the for loop, the outside loop, it's for the lines. So we are going to print the stars in 6 lines. So the outer loop will represent the lines that the stars will be printed. So while I is less than or equal to 6. So that's the condition to ensure that we print the 6 lines. So I is 1. So it's going to go up to line 6. That's for the outside loop. Then for inside loop, we are going to consider the number of stars. So how we are going to do this, we are going to consider another variable. So we are going to introduce another variable inside the outside while loop. So we are going to define a variable j. We are going to give that variable a value 1. So then we are going to consider j will be controlling the inside loop. So for j will be the one printing the stars. So where j, the condition for the inside loop will be where j is less than or equal to I. That means, for example, when we are to print this, on the first iteration, I will be 1. So when we enter to, because the condition will be true for I, when you are inside the, now the outer loop, j will be defined as 1. Then we go into the inside loop. So now j is 1. So it's less than or equal to I. That's true. So it's going to print the star. We want it on the first iteration to print the first star, which would be just one star. So we are going to print the star. Then of course we are going to add this attribute add for the rest of the stars to ensure that it follows the criteria for the pattern. So what we are going to do now to control the value of j, for example, that first iteration. For the second iteration, we also need to control that j value to ensure that the inside loop will have to have the condition that is false. So we will have to increase the value of j inside the while loop. So j plus equals 1. So this is how it means. For example, in the first iteration, I is 1. Inside the outside while loop, we have the j as value of 1. So now the condition for the inside loop is j is less than or equal to I. That means now I is 1 and j is 1. So the condition will be true. So we are going to print the first star. And then we are going to increase the value of j because it has to rerun until the condition is false. So if we leave it at that, the loop will have to run to infinity. So we have to increase the value of j to ensure that the condition of the inside loop has to be false, that particular iteration. Because we on the first iteration we need one star. So when you increase the value of star of j here, it's not going to print the another star in that particular line. So it's going to exit the while loop. So when it exits the while loop, what we are going to do is we are going to print a new line. Now for the second iteration. And for that, to ensure now we increase the value of I, which is controlling the lines, so we have to increase the value of I by 1. So I plus equals 1. So that's how we're supposed to do for that nested loop. So let's test that. Yeah, and that's all for the nested loop. So it's just like we did on the for loop, just that the while loop is a bit different. You have to introduce the condition and you have to control the condition. So that's how you can do the nested loop in while loop. So I hope you understood on how we did the nested and while loop, and you can try to print some more other patterns, maybe the Christmas tree, while using the both of the loops. So and that's all for the nested loops in Python. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. That's all for the nested loops in Python. See you in the next video. Thank you.